All right, so the last special triangle that we're going to work on today is going to be the 3060. So if you, oops, it's really hard to write with this silly thing. Oops. So whatever I write down, you guys should be writing down. I'm looking out at you guys out of my teacher eyes. I see some kids just enthralled with my drawing. All right, so this is what we call the 3060. So this measure here is 30 degrees. And this measure here is 60 degrees. What's the other one? 90. What do all three of those add up to? 180. So what's interesting about this is whatever this is, we're going to say this is x. And I'll let you in on a secret. This is 2 times the length of x. So these are the ratios. And then this side right here is just the square root of 3 times x. And so you'll hear me talk about 1, 2, root 3. That's the easiest way to remember these ratios. So on a 30-60 triangle, perfectly drawn triangle, by the way, I might add. You could think of the ratio as 1 to the square root of 3. Okay, 1 to the square root of 3. All right. And then, of course, this is going to be 30. And this is going to be 60. Okay. So let's do one example problem real quick before the bell rings and see if we understand what we're doing. So imagine, yeah, I guess we'll have to do it this way. Imagine, if you will, a tree, a perfectly drawn tree. And why don't we label this, we'll call this example, is this example 5 or example 6? Yeah, okay. So we'll label this as example 6. Thank you. Example 6. And we know that the base of this tree has a height, okay? And we know that it casts a shadow. Whoops. And we know that this angle here is 30 degrees. So if this is 15, what are the rest of the sides? Well, remember that 15 is equal to the square root of 3 times x. And so what we could do is we could literally say 15 divided by the square root of 3 is equal to x. And that's how we could figure out how far the shadow is. We're trying to solve for x, okay? So if I plug this in my calculator, I get about 8.7 is x. Now, what is this going to be? What is this ratio going to be? So I know that this is 8.7. What is this ratio going to be right here? Well, somebody said it, yes? Yeah, the ratio is 2x, or 2 times 8.7, which is equal to what? well, we'd approximate. It's about 17 feet, right? I believe it's 16.4, yes? Or is it 17.4? 17.4, right? And that's it. Okay?